Links. It's their birth night celebration titled to be held at Jamaica Sports Bar, located at 3447 Baychester Avenue in the Bronx. That's 3447 Baychester Avenue in the Bronx. Pre-sold tickets available for $20 more at the door on Saturday, May 13. Tony Touch and Jalin's birth night celebration. You'll be musically entertained by First Store Sound with DJ Byron, Black Virgo with DJ Tracy, and the King Barker Sound Station. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is not to be missed. Tony Touch and Jalin's birth night celebration. A night to remember. Saturday, May 13. Jamix comes alive.
150 West 3rd Street, Mount Vernon, New York. Dine-in or takeout available. Call us 646-294-3939 or 917-870-4088. We're open Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. Sundays, 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. On Fridays and Saturdays, our seafood weekend starts from 11 o'clock. Check out our extensive breakfast and lunch menu. For breakfast, we have ackee and saltfish, corned beef and cabbage, callaloo and saltfish, corned beef and macaroni, liver or kidney, curry chicken back, brown stew chicken back, cook up saltfish, salt mackerel. Also check out our lunch specials: oxtail, cow foot, stew pork, tripe and beans, stew peas, jerk pork, jerk chicken, fried chicken, stew chicken, barbecue ribs, curry chicken, curry goats, pepper steak, escovitch fish, brown stew fish, and roast fish, jerk pork with bread, jerk chicken with bread. Plus, we have catering services available. Call us 646-294-3939 or 917-870-4088. We also have delivery services with Uber and DoorDash. Check us out on Instagram at CB_Jerk Center. Call us 646-294-3939 or 917-870-4088. CB Jerk Center, 150 West 3rd Street, Mount Vernon, New York.
Records presents the newly released tribute album from Keith Cole entitled Rock With Me.
Rock with me, baby. Rock with me, baby.
It's 13 tracks including the astute cover of Delroy Wilson's Who Cares?
Who cares? Who is right or wrong? Right.
Keith Cole also sings homage to Jabi Baniwela.
How does it feel to have been on the ballroom floor?
This newly released 13-track tribute album is readily available in record stores and on all digital platforms. It's the brand new album Rock With Me from Keith Cole. Pick up a copy today and help play tribute to these icons in reggae music.
Rock with me, baby. Rock with me, baby.
Yeah.
Rock with me, baby.
Honey, you know, I just get a call from Mama again. She told me she haven't received the barrel as yet. Which shipping company do you use to send it off?
Last year, no. I want to know.
You say, honey, you know you drink too much.
This is late.
The right company.
Simpson Shipping Enterprise. We sail to all destinations. In Jamaica, they go to Kingston and Montego Bay. Also ship to Europe and South America, East Africa, New Zealand, and Australia. We offer door-to-door service to Jamaica, Guyana, and England. Simpson Shipping Enterprise, 17 Mount Vernon Avenue, New York. Telephone 914-663-9216 or 914-663-9218.
Yeah, go on like a yeah, mama. You feel me, mama? I remember telling something. You used to sing some shipping, then go Jamaica, Kingston, and Montego Bay, all over the Caribbean Islands.
You're locked on to the number one radio station. Number one radio station.
They play the best music.
Number one. Best music for your listening pleasure.
I don't know who next I represent for Linkage Radio 104.5 FM at Def
Restaurant located at 1802 Lyric Avenue, corner of Wickham Avenue in the Bronx. We specialize in the best Jamaican and American cuisine, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We offer free in-house delivery, minimum $20 purchase, and we also have Uber Eats. We do barbecue Thursdays, fish fry Fridays, and seafood Saturdays. For more more information, give us a call for our address and menu, 718-324-7484. Once again, that's 718-324-7484. Cooler Runnings Restaurant, simply the best Jamaican food.
Gomez, host and producer of Inside of the Zone in New York, the community platform where information is guaranteed. Join me on Mondays at 5 on Fit 96.7, FitFMJA.com, Trelawney's Radio, your life, your music, for exciting features within the diaspora. And hear what's on our minds. It's live at 5 on Fit 96.7, FitFMJA.com.
Cooler Runnings Restaurant, located at 1802 Merritt Avenue, in association with the Cargill Community Project, presents our annual Spring Fish Fry on Saturday, May 20th, to be held at Cooler Runnings Jerk Center, 1785 Merritt Avenue in the Bronx. Ticket donations $30. All proceeds will go to the Cargill Community Project. This event is from noon until 8 p.m. For tickets and more information, you can contact Cooler Runnings Restaurant at 718-324-7484 or 347-961-6785. That's 347-961-6785. And remember, this is our year-to-year Cargill Community Project Spring Fish Fry. Make it a date, and you better not be late. See you there. Monday. It's Monday. Good evening, everybody. It's time for another exciting show. I cannot wait to take you on a 2-hour ride while you're listening in your home, your office, your car, in the deli, in the barbershop, in the beauty salon, in the hospital, and across the globe. See how many places, how many avenues. I am Lady D. Denise Gomez, your producer and presenter of Inside of the Zone, the community platform where information is guaranteed. Broadcasting today on Linkage Radio 101.7, 104.5 FM. Linkage Radio on TuneIn, Linkage Radio on so many other avenues, too many to mention. Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm also broadcasting on Caribbean Vibes Radio Network, www.caribbeanvibesradio.com, Fit 96.7 FM, FitFMJA.com, your life, your music, live in Duncan's, Trelawney, Jamaica, West Indies.
And Inside the Zone, a YouTube channel. That's my channel. Welcome to the show. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? That's what I love to ask you each time I get here and I'm ready for the show. If you're joining me for the very first time, Inside the Zone, the acronym is ITZ, is a culture-centric radio program that connects the Jamaican diaspora and international audiences globally. The show's content captures its people's social, cultural, and collective views on issues that affect their communities, family, health, finance, education, immigration, housing, wealth management, real estate, life and health insurance, and food insecurity. On Monday, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Thursday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Linkage Radio in Mount Vernon, New York. Welcome to the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Where are you walking? Where are you driving? Where do you live? Where do you rest your head at nights? So many questions to ask on a Monday. Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereida Avenue in the Bronx, is my proud sponsor. Give them a call, 718-324-7484. Have you stopped by lately? Stop by, man, and walk in and say, hey, Lady D, send me. As you know, it's a Monday. And coming up next is the Monday Beat, chasing the Monday blues out of here with great music, dubbed this afternoon Gents Music Monday. In What's Inside the Zone this afternoon, on this day in history, the Empire State Building. Keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts at 6 p.m. Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. Sandra Bryan, restaurateur, Golden Cross Caribbean Bakery and Grill right here in Mount Vernon. And Street Hype, Distinguished Woman Awardee. She joins me at 6:30 p.m. in the segment Voices. Don't forget to log the telephone number in your device, 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. And like, subscribe, and share my YouTube channel, Inside the Zone with Lady D. Catch me today. I'm in a... What color is this? What color is this, Lady D? What is this? What is this? Some kind of fuchsia looking top, yeah? A light sweater, and then I'm beautifully accessorized. Catch me out on the YouTube channel. I'm looking good for the camera. 25 minutes after 5 o'clock, as you know, on time, on target, right here on the show, Inside the Zone with the Lady D, Denise Gomez. Monday, Monday, Monday. Oh, I love saying Monday. Are you ready to sing with me? It's Gents Music Monday.
I just wanted you to comfort me when I called you late last night. You see, I was falling into love. Yes, I was crashing into love. Oh, the words you sang to me, for life, the truth, and being free. Oh, you sing to me. Oh, you sing to me. Girl, I live for how you make me feel. So I question all this being real. Cause I'm not afraid to love. For the first time, I'm not afraid to love. The days seems made for you and me, and you show me what life needs to be. Hey, you sing to me, oh, you sing to me. All the while you were in front of me, and never realized. I just can't believe I didn't see it in your eyes. I didn't see it. I can't believe it. Oh, but I feel it when you sing to me. How I long to hear you sing beneath that clear blue sky. And I promise you this time I see it in your eyes. I didn't see it. I can't believe it. Oh, but I feel it when you sing to me. Just to think you live inside of me. I have no idea how this could be. No, I'm crazy for your love. Can't believe I'm crazy for your love. Oh, the words that you sang to me, and you show me where I wanna be. You sing to me. Oh, you sing to me. All the while you were in front of me, I never realized. I just can't believe I didn't see it in your eyes. I didn't see it. I can't believe it. Oh, but I feel it when you sing to me. How I long to hear you sing beneath that clear blue sky. And I promise you this time I see it in your eyes. I didn't see it. I can't believe it. Oh, but I feel it when you sing to me. Na 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 na. I just can't believe I didn't see it in your eyes. I didn't see it. I can't believe it. Oh, but I feel it when you sing to me. How I long to hear you sing beneath that clear blue sky. And I promise you this time I see it in your eyes. I didn't see it. I can't believe it. Oh, but I feel it when you sing to me. I just wanted you to comfort me when I called your name last night. You see, I was falling in love. Yes, I was crashing into love. Oh, above the words you sang to me about the life, the truth, and being free. Yeah, you sing to me. Oh, you sing to me. All the while you were in front of me, I never realized. I just can't believe I didn't see it in your eyes. I didn't see it. I can't believe it. Oh, but I feel it.
Why doesn't my soul feel glad today if you're not the one?
The closer I get to you, the closer I get to you, the more you make me see. Come on, forgiving me all the time.
eternal growth, and heaven's there for those who pull the trees of time in a heart of love divine, true love in a special way.
Monday beat, chasing the Monday blues out of here. I'm sure you enjoyed that one. Hello everyone, my name is Denise, Lady D Gomez. The show is called Inside the Zone with Lady D, and today's feature is the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. 5:34. You know, the month is going by already. May has begun, wouldn't you say? And before you know it, it will be the end of the month. So remember, whatever it is that you're doing, don't put it off. Try to accomplish as much as you can, because by December kicks in, you'll say, oh my God, I have not accomplished one thing that I had on my to-do list, you know, or my resolution list. So don't forget now, 5:35 p.m., I'd like to take you into the segment What's in the Zone? And of course, it's on this day in history, and I am featuring the Empire State Building and when it was dedicated. Good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are tuning in. If you're in Jamaica, again, I'm trying to see how best I can catch up with Julia. Julia and I spoke a few days ago, and because of the change in time, we're on Eastern time, so it's difficult for me to catch her because then she's producing a program or something is going on. But we're going to be getting it together, right, Julia? So you can hear the voice of Julia Benaya out of Duncan's in Trelawney, and we'll be able to hear what's going on in Duncan's all the way from New York. Wouldn't that be nice? Yes, it would be. Let's start off with the Empire State Building in What's Inside the Zone. And right after What's Inside the Zone, I'll be taking you to community and immigration updates with Lady Trudy Ann. Stick and stay. On May 1, 1931, President Herbert Hoover officially dedicates New York City's Empire State Building, pressing a button from the White House that turns on the building's lights. Hoover's gesture, of course, was symbolic. While the president remained in Washington, D.C., someone else flicked the switches in New York. Can you imagine? The idea for the Empire State Building is said to have been born of a competition between Walter Chrysler of the Chrysler Corporation and John Jacob Raskob of General Motors to see who could erect the taller building. Chrysler had already begun work on the famous Chrysler Building, the gleaming 1,046-foot skyscraper in Midtown Manhattan. Not to be bested, Raskob assembled a group of well-known investors, including former New York Governor Alfred E. Smith. The group chose the architecture firm Shreve, Lamb and Harmon Associates to design the building. The Art Deco plans, said to have been based in large part on the look of a pencil, were also builder-friendly. The entire building went up in just over a year, under budget at $40 million, and well ahead of schedule. During certain periods of building, the frame grew an astonishing 4.5 stories a week. At the time of its completion, the Empire State Building at 102 stories and 1,250 feet high, that's 1,454 feet to the top of the lightning rod, was the world's tallest skyscraper. The Depression-era construction employed as many as 3,400 workers on any single day, most of whom received an excellent pay rate, especially given the economic conditions of the time. The new building imbued New York City with a deep sense of pride, desperately needed in the depths of the Great Depression, when many city residents were unemployed and prospects looked bleak. The grip of the Depression on New York's economy was still evident a year later, however, when only 25% of the Empire State's offices had been rented. In 1972, the Empire State Building lost its title as world's tallest building to New York's World Trade Center, which itself was the tallest skyscraper for but a year. Today, the honor belongs to Dubai's Burj Khalifa Tower, which soars 2,716 feet into the sky. And there you have it. It's all about the Empire State Building. Have you ever been? You should take a trip. It's something to see. 5:39 p.m. My name is Denise, Lady D Gomez. It's my Gents Music Monday. And don't forget, Inside the Zone is brought to you by Cooler Runnings, Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. And we have
Cooler Runnings Restaurant, in association with the Cargill Community Project, presents our annual Customer and Community Appreciation Day 2023 to be held at Cooler Runnings Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx, from 12 p.m. until 7 p.m. with live broadcast on Future FM Radio 98.9 FM, music by DJ Ray Ray.
Live performances by Imani Tyson, Minister Andrea Derritt, Ras Bones, Jabez. Also 3 bands, Island Steel, Soul Jam, and Jenna Roots. Hosted by the dynamic duo, Patrick Tyson, and yours truly, Lady D, Denise Gomez.
This event is powered by Future FM Radio 98.9 FM, Gospel Showcase Radio NYC, and Inside the Zone with Lady D.
Sponsored by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, Cargill Community Project,
Bronxwood International Church of God, Dirty Gloves, CJ Robbins Real Estate, Irie Dale,
and Sheffy 2 Restaurant. Bring the family. Alrighty, so of course you know that we're having the Customer Appreciation Day coming up, and we want to see you. We want to see you. We can't do it without you. So hello to everyone, and those of you who have been supporting Cooler Runnings. I must say a very special thanks to Ryan, King Ryan, who, you know, he has already covered 4 tickets for 4 persons who will be attending the fish fry. So, you know, whoever comes to the fish fry and asks questions, you'll get your ticket. So he has already covered that. So I'd like to say thanks to him. You know, he wants to ensure that I remain here
And that's how it works. It has to be a partnership. You support, and I appreciate every one of you who has always said, hey, Lady D, here is something to keep you going. I appreciate it. 5:42 p.m., and you know what time it is. I'd like to take you to the immigration updates, courtesy of Lady Trudy Ann. And not only that, but it's such relevant, vital information. Did you know that there are people who are just simply going on, but they really don't know? You got to help them out. And so I would just like to say good afternoon to everyone tuning in today, wherever you are. You know, I appreciate you. And the fact that you are here with me today tells me a lot. So I do appreciate your support right here on Inside the Zone. In the meanwhile, I'd like to take you to some more music on a Monday afternoon, simply because I can, simply because I should. 5:43 p.m. Simply because I can. I like that. Simply because I can. Yes, you know, I know what to do, when to do it, how to do it, so that you are kept in the know right here on the show. A very special hello to everyone who you're celebrating your birthday, your wedding anniversary. Something special is going on for you today. I'd like to say hi, welcome, thank you for being a part of the show. So, and of course, if you're celebrating your wedding anniversary, a special anniversary greeting to you as well. I'm taking you to my segment right now. So stay with me. Don't go anywhere. Where is it? Okay, ready? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Community and Immigration Updates with Lady Trudy Ann, here on Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. Today's feature is a Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Community and Immigration Updates is aired Mondays, 5:45 p.m. And who is on the line with me? Lady Trudy Ann. Trudy, how are you?
I am doing fine. Very busy, very tired.
I know, that seems to be the middle name.
Yes, definitely. How are you? How's everything going with you?
I'm well, busy too, but we are moving along. This is the Big Apple. Each of us are swinging on a leaf.
I like that one. I've never heard that before, but it makes absolute sense.
Yes, yes. And speaking of the Big Apple and the leaf, what do you have for our audience today?
Today we're going to talk about renewing and replacing a green card. So, you know, everybody have the coveted green card, but maybe you've lost it, right? How do I go about getting the green card replaced? In the past, you used to have to go get a police report, but now I'm realizing that immigration don't really ask for the police reports anymore. So we just need to fill out the application.
Mm-hmm.
But before I go, I want to say, people, when you have your documents, please, it is imperative that you make a copy of all your important documents and put them in two separate places, because you do not want to lose both of them at the same time.
You're right.
But I will not recommend you having copies of your green card or your social security on your phone. That's never a good thing to do. Or your passport. I see a lot of people have it and it's convenient, but don't. It's actually not very good because if your phone gets lost, somebody can hack your phone.
That's right. I was about to say that.
Or even if your phone didn't get lost, there's a lot of people just hack people's phone for fun, right? Get your private information. So don't keep your social security card, your passport, your green card. Don't keep that information on your phone. Photocopy it and put it in somewhere safe, not under the mattress. Under the mattress if you want to, I don't care, but somewhere safe. As long as nobody not gonna much of the teeth it, that's fine. But joke aside, So you need to have a copy of it because for your green card, we need the alien number and we need the class of admission. And it's very important to have that in order to renew your green card. However, I want people to know, same thing goes for if you're renewing your green card. So your green card has expired. It's a 10-year green card. It has expired and you want to renew it. We spoke about citizenship last week. So with that note on the 10-year green card, people, instead of renewing your green card for $540, simply do your citizenship for $725.
That's right.
And because it's a lot of money to keep renewing, even though it's for 10 years, if you think about renewing your green card at least 3 times, that's 3 times more than what you'd have paid to do your citizenship.
I agree.
So say you're going to renew your green card or you place your lost green card. At this moment, USCIS is taking their own sweet little time with renewing or replacing green cards. So they have an extension of up to 4 years.
Okay.
So you literally have 4 years to wait to get that green card renewed or replaced. In that time, you could have done your citizenship, which takes at least the most 6 months. Because I'm seeing people, I've had clients, their citizenship took 4 months, and I've had one that her citizenship took 2 months.
Okay.
So if you're going to renew your green card or replace your green card, you're going to get an extension of 4 years. It's a long time to wait.
Yes, ma'am. I agree with you.
And especially if your green card is lost, when you're sending an application, you get back a form called the I-797C. That's just the receipt that immigration is telling you we received your application is being processed. On that I-797C, it will tell you, along with your green card, you can use this document as proof of your eligibility to work in the United States and your eligibility to travel and return to the United States. But that's if you have a physical copy of your green card.
Okay.
So if your green card has been lost and you're looking to replace it to prove that you're eligible to work or because you want to travel, good luck. You cannot. Only for those who physically have their green cards in their hands. If they get that receipt from the immigration along with the green card, they can bring it to their job to say, hey, I have this. This is proof of my eligibility to work in the United States. Or you can travel and return to the country using those 2 documents. But if your green card has been lost, you do not have proof of your eligibility to work in the United States.
And I appreciate you mentioning that because sometimes I keep talking about the village lawyers, and they are the people who know everything or know from 1970. And, laws have changed over time. So I appreciate the fact that you're stressing the importance of having the physical green card. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't just assume anything. It's always important to have the facts, because if you have information, you're able to make an informed decision and execute transactions accordingly. Correct, Trudy?
Most definitely. And I'm not going to say everybody out there is not going to tell you the truth. I'm not saying that. However, it's more than less with people giving wrong information. We spoke a few weeks ago about coming across the border with the passports, right?
Yes.
And people, oh no, you can't go get your passport. Come here, my friend would get feed one, and it seems like it come true. And I'm like, just because you have a friend of a friend who would come through same way and get through, that may be a fluke. And like you said, the things change, not just with U.S. immigration, but Jamaican immigration, things change. But as it relates to U.S. immigration, with your green card, you have to have the physical green card along with the receipt from immigration. Now, when we can do something that's called make an appointment at InfoPass, right?
Yes.
So you can make an appointment at InfoPass. However, say if you don't have the physical green card, once you apply for the green card and you get back that I-797C, what you can do now, we can make an appointment at InfoPass for you to go into USCIS and have them stamp the green card in your passport. But you have to bring that receipt with you.
Yes.
So, Lady D, everything is a money making thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they need to prove that you paid that money for the green card renewal or replacement in order for them to stamp that green card in your passport. Once you have that stamp along with the receipt, well, the stamp by itself is proof that you have your green card. So you can bring that to your job. You can travel on that stamp. But everything that I just said, it has to go together or get a stamp in order to prove. But all in all, people, if you're going to renew your green card, please, it will save you money to just citizenship.
Well, Trudy, you did it again. I believe these bits and pieces of information that we're providing to the audience is so important. It's relevant, and we aim to remain consistent to help people along. I got a comment from someone who listened to us talking, and she said, no matter how many times people think that they know, there's going to come a time when you don't know. And so it's almost like a refresher's course for everybody to say, whether or not I have a green card, I can hear this person's, expert opinion and pass it on to somebody so they don't make a mistake. So I'd like to thank you always, Trudy, for coming in on a Monday at 5:45 p.m. right here on the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure always. And you keep working and make all the money for the two of us.
And before I go, let me give out my information.
Yes, please.
929-312-1161. That's 929-312-1161.
Thank you, Trudy. As Jamaicans, we say walk good.
Mind Maka joke, yo. All right, ladies. Take care.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. I'm sorry for the chuckle right there, but yes, Trudy and I. Someone made a comment recently, and on Sunday, yesterday, as a matter of fact. Today is Monday. Yesterday, she says, I so enjoy the Saturday morning runnings with you and the other ladies. You all just blend so well. And I said, yes, we genuinely like each other, and it makes it work. We're not competing or anything. And personally, I can work with anyone. I don't have a qualms working with anyone unless you do something silly. But I pretty much work well, like I'm working with Trudy. So I'd like to say hello to everyone. Oh, Sharons, you're loving the music. Yes, I have some more for you. And it's 5 minutes to 6 o'clock. So at 6 o'clock, I do have the news coming up for you. Short bits and pieces of today's news headlines. And of course, you're open to calling me at that time. 914-600-4228, 914-600-4228. That's the number to the Linkage Radio station. Yes, and I'd like to say good afternoon to everyone tuning in today. It is Monday. What did you do over the weekend? I'd love to hear somebody tell me, because I know Friday I did not go anywhere. How did the rain treat you? Oh my gosh, I was out in rain driving. Oh yeah, rainfall. And why are people so impatient? Even in the rain, they're still trying to create chaos. It's just crazy. But I hope your roof is not leaking, is it? Nor water seeped in on you. I hope not. Wet up the mattress, the kaya. I hope all of that not happening to you. Hello, everyone. I'm Jamaican, so, from time to time, I will pop out bits of stuff that I know so well. Yes, man, we can talk where we come from and why we sound the way we sound, where we come from. Chill. So, a pleasant good evening to everyone. I got some more music for you, and I have 4 minutes to go before we get into the news. So until then, here is some more music for you on a Monday afternoon.
Imagine living in a world.
Gents Music Monday. All about the men. All about the boys. All about the guys.
Imagine that everyone
How are you doing out there, gentlemen? Somebody had said, Lady D, why you like to talk about gentlemen? Some of them not gentle. But hi. You know, I'm just being respectful.
When the weaver can abide, only righteousness increase. Yeah, yeah. And we can do it if we only believe. Yes, we can do it if we only agree. It's your will and mine. 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 Imagine that everyone could give as much as they like to get. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And imagine if everyone could learn to show each other respect. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, what a wonderful world it would be for you and me. Yeah, yeah. Then even the blind could see, and the deaf man could hear. Boy, oh, yeah. Yes, we can do it if we only believe. We can do it if we only agree. It's your will and mine. 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 Yes, imagine that everyone could love the Most High as your Savior. And imagine if everyone could reverence.
It is now 6 o'clock. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show, the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Welcome to the segment, keeping you in the know with news, happenings, and facts. Keeping you in the know is brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. We start off this evening with news out of the United States. 14-year-old Wisconsin could serve alcohol to seated customers in bars and restaurants under a bill circulated to co-sponsors Monday by a pair of Republican state lawmakers. Under current law, only workers age 18 and above can serve alcohol to customers in Wisconsin. The bill would broaden that to workers ages 14 to 17. They could only serve to seated customers, not drinkers, who are at the bar itself. The current age limit on serving alcohol causes workforce issue due to an establishment's underage employees only being able to do part of their job. The bill sponsors Senator Rob Staffsholt of New Richmond and Representative Chance Green of Grandview said in a memo circulated Monday seeking co-sponsors. They said their idea creates a simple solution to the state's workforce shortage problems in the food and beverage industry. The bill requires the licensed operator of the bar or restaurant to be on the premises and supervising. Although no one under age of 21 can legally drink alcohol, those under 21, including minors of any age, in Wisconsin can drink in bars and restaurants if they are with their parents. If the proposal passes, Wisconsin would have the lowest age limit for workers allowed to serve alcohol, according to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse and Alcoholism. The measure is a long way from becoming law. It must pass the Senate and Assembly, both controlled by Republicans, and be signed by Democratic Governor Tony Evers. His spokesperson, Britt Kudeback, mocked the proposal Monday, listing numerous initiatives Evers has proposed to address the state's workforce shortage issue, including building more housing and funding schools, before forwarding a message detailing the Republican bill. The Biden administration will end most of the last remaining federal COVID-19 vaccine requirements next week, when the national public health emergency for the coronavirus ends, the White House said Monday. Vaccine requirements for federal workers and federal contractors, as well as foreign air travelers to the U.S., will end May 11. The government is also beginning the process of lifting shot requirements for Head Start educators, healthcare workers, and non-citizens at U.S. land borders. The requirements are among the last vestiges of some of the more coercive measures taken by the federal government to promote vaccination as the deadly virus raged, and their end marks the latest display of how President Joe Biden's administration is moving to treat COVID-19 as a routine endemic illness. Quote, "While I believe that these vaccine mandates had a tremendous beneficial impact, we are now at a point where we think that it makes a lot of sense to pull these requirements down," end quote, White House COVID-19 coordinator Dr. Ashish Jha told the Associated Press on Monday. Deeply polarizing at the time and the subject of numerous legal challenges, many of which were successful, the vaccination requirements were imposed by Biden in successive waves in late 2022 as the nation's vaccination rate plateaued even amid the emergence of new, more transmissible variants of COVID-19. More than 100 million people at one time were covered by Biden's sweeping mandates, which he and the Delta variant of the virus was sickening more people than at any time up to that point in the pandemic. Biden had ruled out such requirements before taking office that January, but came to embrace them to change the behavior of what he viewed to be a stubborn slice of the public that refused to be inoculated, saying they jeopardized the lives of others and the nation's economic recovery. And in our local Bronx area, starting Monday, drivers in the bus lane could be hit with a fine, and the Bronx is among the first to give it a go. The BX35 route will be the first of 5 in the city that will activate its bus lane enforcement cameras from May through the end of summer. The bus lane runs along the E.L. Grant Highway from Jerome Avenue all the way to the George Washington Bridge. It's a major bus route that carries 19,000 riders per week across the Bronx, connection to multiple bus lanes and subway stations. The MTA says camera enforcements will ensure smoother and more reliable bus service. For the first 60 days of the expansion, drivers who don't comply will get $50 summons for the first $100 for the second and $250 each time after the fourth. The move is part of the Department of Transportation's goal to cover 80% of bus lanes with cameras by the end of the year. In Jamaican news, St. James police are probing a double murder in the People's Arcade in Montego Bay. Reports so far are that the police were called into the area where it is said that the bodies of a man and a female were found in the commercial space. While not confirmed, Observer Online understands that both individuals were shot. More details to follow. A taxi operator was shot and killed by a gunman in Green Island, Hanover, on Sunday night. He has been identified as 40-year-old Oswald Henry of Caldwell District in the parish. Reports from the Green Island Police are that at about 9:30 p.m., Henry was parked in the vicinity of the Green Island Square awaiting passengers when he was ambushed by one of two men traveling on a motorcycle. The gunman opened fire, hitting Henry multiple times before fleeing. The injured man was rushed to hospital where he was pronounced dead. It is now 8 minutes after 6 o'clock. You're tuned to Keeping You in the Know with news, happenings, and facts. My name is Denise, Lady D. Gomez. Good afternoon. Welcome, everyone. And more news for you this afternoon. Okay, I do apologize for my delay. However, the news will be coming up in a few minutes. Okay, it is now 9 minutes after 6. Let's see what we have for you. Okay. Okay, a jerk chicken vendor who reportedly shot himself on the same day he allegedly committed a robbery has been charged by the police. Sean Reed, 33, otherwise called Romaine of Newport District in Manchester, was arrested and charged following a robbery in Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth on April 6. Reed has been charged with robbery with aggravation, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a prohibited weapon to commit an offense. Reports from the Santa Cruz police are that at about 7:55 a.m., Reed and 3 other men held up and robbed a man of his licensed firearm and then attempted to rob a supermarket. They made demands, and when they were not met, Reed proceeded to hit the complainant multiple times in his face. Later that same day, Reed turned up at hospital with a gunshot wound. The police were summoned, and upon their arrival, it was discovered that Reed accidentally shot himself. He was treated and released to the police. Reed was positively identified after an identification parade on April 27. His court date is being finalized. And that's it for Keeping You in the Know with news, happenings, and facts, brought to you by Cooler Runnings Jamaican Restaurant, 1802 Nereid Avenue in the Bronx. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Denise Gomez. It's a pleasure having you on board. You don't know how it feels to be good just being here with you. At 6:30 p.m., my guest in the segment Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking, Sandra Bryan. She's a franchise operator of Golden Crust Caribbean Bakery and Grill, and as well, Street Hype Distinguished Woman Awardee. That's Sandra right there at 67 South 4th Avenue in the Bronx. We'll be having a great conversation, and you'll be getting more insight as to who Sandra Bryan is. She loves her community. 11 minutes past 6 o'clock. Are you ready for some more music? Good afternoon to you once again. Our telephone number is 914-600-4228. 914-600-4228. The lines are open to you. As I entertain, you make the call.
Love, talk about trust, talk about forever, baby, talk about us. I give you my word, stick to my guns. Believe me when I say it, baby, it's just begun. You don't understand, oh girl. Take some time. You got my heart in the palm of your hands. I swear it's gonna stay there, baby. Give me half a chance. You don't understand. No.
Good evening to you, my 678. Hello. Alrighty, 678 is first. MS?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening to you. How do you do? Always a pleasure having you.
I would just like to say I like your selections in a very big way.
Oh,
in
man.
fact, if you continue the way you're continuing, you will increase Jamaica's GDP.
All right, MS, I'll do my best. How was your weekend?
Oh, yeah. It was pretty good, pretty good.
Nice. Yes, it's my Gents Music Monday, so I went down into the bottom of the drum and pulled out.
Well, I'm serious about that comment anyway.
Yes, sir. I know that you are. No problem. I'll do my best.
Good, okay.
All right, take it easy. Who is my second caller? My dear heart, tell me that you're hearing me and that you're not stressed today.
No, sir. No. I'm hearing you. What we're talking about is that chicken man at Santa Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
When Rob.
And then shoot himself.
And then he go rob supermarket.
Mm-hmm. Desperate, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So
Desperate.
Jail.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that something?
I
tell you, Hortense, the things that are happening, Hortense, it's boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Mm-hmm.
Look from the taxi man, him now appeared in the peace passenger and two gunmen from bicycle. Or him bike. He shot the man.
Yeah. It's horrible. Horrible.
Yes, man. The man at work.
Mm-hmm. And that's what they do. Hard-working people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, not in the serious sense. Then go shoot the guy. He's a farmer.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot him. Then get the understand saying to the cow.
Mm-hmm.
So then go put the money, start put in money. And then like they don't get the eye, then get the eye, then shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
And they obviously you must know them. Know the person.
Oh.
Shoot him, kill him. Shoot him in the face too.
Mm-mm. Oh my God.
Okay. Nearby district there.
Yes.
My God.
Because what's your what? Remind me of your district.
Saint Elizabeth.
Where in Saint Elizabeth?
Black River way.
Oh, okay. Hortense. Black River, because I know you know your parish well. There's no such a place called Black River Way. Is it in Black River or is some other community?
Near Black River. Yeah, when you're going towards Black River then.
Okay. But what's the name? You know the name?
Yes, Vineyard.
That's what I want you to tell me. So big up to all the people from Vineyard.
I bet the guy live and they shoot him.
Oh gosh. Then. So what other news you want to share with me today? Because I know you are ahead of me, you know. You get a chance to listen to the news all day.
Okay. Oh yes. This now saying I run back for Manchester.
Right.
Yes, so Michelle
I'll soon tell you his name. I heard the news this morning.
Yes, this morning.
But it's from January. It's from January. He had, notified. Yes, his people.
So he went back to the election, and Michelle said he will take it up because he knew about Manchester and he knew about this, all about this.
Wait until him get in there, but you and I know when we're outside of the thing, we can run up our mouth and say anything we want. But wait until we get in there. Right?
Remember who put him there.
Right. Oh, Lordy.
Portland, the people them block the road. The citizens them block the road this morning. But in Portland there. Say the dust on the street and no water. I didn't mean water. So children can go school, clothes will wash this and everything.
Nothing happening.
So the MP for the area council say they will get water by today. But they say the truck, if we carry water go to school, but through the people and block the street.
Of course.
Yes.
Set a puppy show. So now they block the road and nothing can happen, right? People don't have passage. I tell you about them. So how was your weekend?
It was okay.
Okay, nice.
I keep a little rainfall, there.
A little. Some places got a lot.
Canada, I wash it bucket by bucket, I come down.
Right. Because even yesterday.
New York too. Somebody said me.
We had rain.
Bucket by bucket come down.
But I was saying I hope nobody's Kaya mattress got wet up. Hello? Okay, I think I lost her. Well, thanks to MS and Hortense who called in to, share their comments. We appreciate you. Taking you back to some more music on a Monday. I should play that other selection all over again. Would you agree? Yes, I'm going to do that because I love... Let me just do this for you.
Talk about love.
6:30 p.m. I'll be having my interview segment with Sandra Bryan.
I give you my word. Stick to my
want to say hi to my YouTubers. Good evening.
I know you've been hurt. I know your love shy. You don't have to say it, baby. It's gonna take some time. You got my heart in the palm of your hands. I swear it's gonna stay there, baby. Give me half a chance. You don't understand. No, the full intent of my plan. Baby, I wanna be your sole provider. Baby, I wanna stay that way for the longest time. Baby, I wanna be your sole provider. Oh, baby, I've been waiting for a long time for somebody like you to give my love, all my love, day and night. Just say you'll be mine for the rest of your life, and I'll show you why. Baby, I wanna be your sole provider. And baby, I wanna stay that way for the longest time.
That's one of my favorite artists out of Jamaica, Romaine Virgo. And you know who I love too? Christopher Martin. I think they are such promising artists, you know, in this business and doing well, doing what they love, doing what they do. And I just think they're great. They've come a long way and doing very, very well.
Don't let nobody steal your joy. No, sir. Life is
Gents Music Monday.
Hold up you.
25 minutes after 6 o'clock.
Don't let nobody drain your energy. Life can get lonely, but sometimes you don't need nobody.
People gonna say all kind of things about you, but you know if you pay them, don't you pay them no mind.
A lot of them will even try to don't you.
I know,
but you know if you make them, don't make them waste your time.
no matter what you do, you can't please people. I tried it too many times before. Them only smile and turn round judge me. Some even push me to the floor.
Cause if you make them mislead you, you won't go sorry when them no need you. Cut them off if you need to. Cause when you kill you, we truly feel you. Hey, no matter what nobody say, live life your own way. Even when the world's against you.
Hey, no matter what nobody say, do things your own way. Even when the world's against you, let your light glow.
People have a way of drawing their conclusions.
That's true.
All when them don't know you, know nothing about you, or where you're coming from.
And some will try to stop you for no reason. Because your journey, them can't understand.
No matter what you do, you can't please me. I've tried it too many times before. Them only smile and turn round judge me. Some even push me to the floor.
Cause if you make them mislead you, you won't go sorry when them don't need you. Cut them off if you need to. Cause when I kill you, will surely kill you. No matter what nobody say, live life your own way. Even when the world's against you.
No matter what people say, live life your own way. Even when the world's against you, let your light glow. Take time and build up your thing, don't make nobody have not a thing over you.
Try if you feel, try again, cause nobody else cannot do it for you.
You can do anything you want to.
Life's sweet.
It not too late to flip people. I start living you. No matter what nobody say, nobody live life your own way. Wanna do it, even when the world's against you. Oh yeah. No matter what nobody say, do things your own way. When the world's against you, let your light glow.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about on a Monday afternoon. 28 minutes after 6 o'clock. My interview coming up next in the segment Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sandra Bryan. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Oh, Lord. It's such a pleasure having you, Sandra. I know it's not our first time having, an on-air conversation, but certainly in a different capacity, because over the years, a lot has been happening for you. And they say, if you make yourself visible, then people will see you. And so you're quite visible, a visible lady who is doing what she loves. And so people are seeing you. I'm so excited to be hosting this interview with you this afternoon, Sandra, because, your success is about self-determination all the way. How has your day been going so far?
My day so far is going great. I'm thankful. I just have to give God thanks every day that I'm here.
That's right, my dear. Hi. We could just pinch ourselves and say, oh, yes, I'm still here, and be grateful. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the segment Voices, the intellectual voice that has everyone talking. And my guest this afternoon is Sandra Bryan. She's the franchise operator of the Golden Crust Caribbean and Grill restaurant here in Mount Vernon, New York. And she is also Street Hype Distinguished Woman Awardee. And I am very happy for you, Sandra. So I'd just like to start off by saying congratulations on your recent award that was held on April 14. And I'd also like to ask you, what was the event like, sharing that moment with your fellow awardees?
First, I would like to say thanks to all my customers that have been supporting me over the years. I am here at 24 years, going 25 years, and I really, really appreciate my customers.
Man, you could not have done it without them.
Exactly. So that's why I talk about them first. Whatever I'm doing, I always mention my customers first.
Yes, that's beautiful and commendable. So again, congratulations. So what was the award like that particular evening?
I was unable to attend the award, but I'm honored. I'm honored to have such an award.
Okay.
I want to congratulate my other awardees, being as we are all women, and running a business as a woman, it's not an easy task.
Yes, it's hard.
Business, as it is nowadays, it gets harder and harder each day. And we have to go beyond an extra mile to keep our business going.
And I'm glad you said that, Sandra, because sometimes people see you there moving around in your restaurant and they think you're just, giving instructions. But behind the scenes, it's way more than that.
Yes, it is. At my store, I do mostly the baking. I do my books, and I serve if a worker doesn't turn up. During the pandemic, you would have somebody just call out one day and said, I have COVID.
Oh, dear.
And that's it. You have to get in motion to work, whether you want to work or not, because you have your customers to serve. And when your customers come in, you have to give them the service that they need, the very best service.
I will imagine that was a very difficult time.
very, very, very difficult time.
Mm-hmm. A time we would not like to see again, for sure.
That is so true.
Right. So, as my special guest this evening, I know you are community driven business owner. You're employing people, it's a service oriented business, and which, by the way, was where your career began at Golden Crust Caribbean Bakery and Grill. How long ago was that now?
That was 25 years ago at Golden Crust.
Oh my goodness. And that's where you started. Share the story.
When I migrated from Jamaica, I used to run the former Prime Minister bakery in Jamaica, that's Honeycrust. When I came to America, I met with Lowell and he offered me a job. With my experience that I had back home in Jamaica, I bake sometimes and I work as a cashier. I worked there for 6 years and then I had the opportunity to open my own store.
Wow. And and was it because of how well you thought the franchise was doing, where you figured in, several years later it would have gotten to, as a franchise you wanted to stay in and be a part of, to run?
Well, at the time, I wasn't thinking about that. All I wanted to do was to own my own business, and I was good enough to run my own business.
That's right.
The main thing, I wanted to be my own boss. So whatever I didn't know, I went back to school. I learned from people around me, and I had some experience from working in Jamaica with Mr. Golden and his wife.
So you just put that into your own business.
Yes. Normally, sometimes when you come to America, you have to start over. Sometimes that's not the profession you wanted, but the profession that's in front of you that's going to make your life a little better, you tend to take that one.
And that's true, because sometimes when we come here, it's either they want us to go back to school, get accredited here, depending on the area of discipline that you want to pursue, because they don't think that it measures up, or you just need the accreditation, or it's just a way of means to an end.
That's true.
You jump in what's available, right?
That is so true. And sometimes what is available is not necessarily what you have think about years before you come here. But if that's available and you can make use of it, you do it.
Right.
And do it to the best of your ability.
That is true. And you know why I'm so proud of all the people that I've been interviewing on this platform is that it gives people who are not residents here in the United States a chance to hear their story, like you're sharing yours, that you left Jamaica, you came here, and you were helping with the baking and doing the cashier work. You know that in our culture, some of us wouldn't even want to do no cashier work, because we would say, oh, we were working in the bank and all of that, and we don't want to do certain jobs. But we realize when we come here, Sandra, reality check sets in very quickly.
Very, very quick. Very quick.
And so we better get it together. If not, we're going to die for hunger and not have a roof over our heads. So I know that you attended Dinthill Technical High School. In Jamaica, we would say you're a Dinthill old girl. So what were those days like at Dinthill?
Well, attending Dinthill was different to me. I wasn't used to be working like, when you went to Dinthill, everybody has to work on the farm. No matter what, your first year at Dentil, first and second year, you have to work on the farm. The things that they manufacture on the farm was used in the canteen. So everybody would learn to like pick the chicken, pick up the eggs. And going to Dentil, you wasn't aware that you would be doing stuff like that. But your first 2 years, everybody has to work on the farm.
That's in the agri department.
Yes. Part of our uniform was a water boot and an overall. Everybody, no matter where you come from. That was part of Dentil thing. Another thing about Dentil that I really love, when you left Dentil, you have a trade. It's either you can do some form of dressmaking, we have engineering class, we can bake. I specialized in business when I was at Dentil.
Right.
So I am very good with the books because of Dentil. I have to give Dentil the props about that.
And it's a technical school, so that's really...
It's a technical school. It's different. I went to Dentil on a track scholarship because I used to run.
Oh, you were an athlete. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I went to Dentil on a track scholarship. So like when you go to Dentil on a track scholarship, you get certain perks.
Yes.
Like you travel on the bus free. They give you like a slip for your rental of the books and all those things.
So it was a good experience for you.
Excuse me?
It was a good experience for you.
Extremely good experience for me because at Dentil my mom passed away and the principal of Dentil was extremely nice to me, knowing that a student, their mom passed away, so he looked out for me.
Oh, that's so nice. Well, so after Dentil, what did you do?
After Dentil, I went to work with Mr. Bruce Golden and his wife, Lorna Golden, at Honeycroft in Jamaica. I worked there. I went there when I was like 18. I worked as a cashier for like 6 months. Then I was a supervisor. I worked there for 10 years until I migrated here.
Oh, well, I'm sure they missed you when you left.
Very much. I am still friends with both of them. If Mrs. Golden comes here, I take her around and we hang out. If I go to Jamaica, I hang out with them. Just the same.
Ah, that's so good. Nice. So you got your early beginnings with them. Now,
yes.
I want to say, and ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining me, the segment is Voices. 6:30 p.m. on Mondays. My guest today is Sandra Bryan, and she is a franchise operator for the Golden Crust Caribbean Bakery and Grill in Mount Vernon. And she was recently awarded the Distinguished Woman Award, courtesy of Street Hype. And we're talking about her early beginnings, her entrepreneurial drive that she has, and now a businesswoman. And Sandra, as a franchise owner, I know you love Mount Vernon, and at Thanksgiving annually, there is a very special event that you host for the community. Could you share that with us?
Well, every Thanksgiving, I try to feed at least 600 people in Mount Vernon. What I do, I make tickets and I give it out to the church, the shelters, just about anybody. I give the tickets to them. When you show up, you show your tickets and you get a meal. For the past 2 years, we haven't done it because of COVID, but we are planning on doing it this year, just before Thanksgiving. One of the main reasons why I like to do it, when I give it to the customers, is as if I'm giving a little piece of joy to them. Some people come in and they're looking forward for a Thanksgiving dinner from us. I can see the difference in their face, and I don't have to choose who I give it to. I give it to anybody, and when I give it to the church give it out. I give it to like the shelters and so on. So I'm happy doing it. It's like giving back to Mount Vernon, and I really appreciate Mount Vernon.
Yes.
So I try to do my best in whatever way I can to give back to the community.
And that's so commendable, Sandra, because, there are times when you do have other business owners, but they really don't do any give back, to their community. They take and take, but they don't give back. And so, you find that people really don't favor them, but because they're there, they'll support. But when you build relationships, that will certainly take you a very far way. I'd like to pause for a moment. I'm hoping that my caller would like to extend some kind of greeting to you. Good afternoon. Who do I have online?
MS here again.
Yes, MS.
Yes, Mr. Bruce Golden, former Prime Minister. He has a 1-hour program on WVIP every Monday. Have you listened to that program, Miss?
Well, yes, I do. Sometimes, not all the time.
Not all the time. Okay, good. Because he touches some very important subjects for the Jamaican people and the Jamaican government.
Alrighty. Yes, he does. He has a good program. But of course, based on what she does, it's sometimes not likely she'll be able to tune in as often as she would like.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Because of her, she run the restaurant.
Yeah.
You were about to say something, Sandra?
We have it on in the back, but because we are on the front sometimes, you don't get to hear everything, but you'll hear pieces of the program.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, MS, thank you for your input.
Good, okay.
All righty, bye-bye. Yes, Sandra, so you continue to do your best for your community because the people really love and appreciate you here. Now, what I want to ask you, too, is, what was it like? What was life like in St. Catherine in the early days?
Well, life in the early days, where I'm from Old Arbor. Every neighbor look out for each other. It's like the neighbor raised every kid in our community. We know everybody. We don't use babysitters where we are from. If we have homework and someone is in a higher grade than us, that person would help us out with the homework. We were all for each other. We were family-oriented community where I'm from.
And so, everybody knew everybody and loved everybody, right?
Yes, and everybody treats everybody's children as their own. We were respectful to each other, especially the elders. And the elders look out for kids. If they see us doing something that they know is wrong, they could talk to the kids. Nowadays, if you see a kid doing something, maybe you're afraid to say something to them. Not like that when I was growing up.
Yes. Yeah.
And we all go to church. Even if our parents don't go to church, we go to church.
They ensure that we go.
Yes. They're not, some of them not going to church, but their kids have to go to church.
Yes.
And that's one of the things I look on these days. Kids don't do that. Parents don't do that. Parents can't talk to the kids. It's different. It's really different.
You're quite right. And if somebody wants to, reprimand or scold, another person's child, the child goes and complains to the parents, and then the parents come and, either give you a good tongue lashing or give you a whipping.
That is so true. So sometimes when you see kids doing the wrong thing, sometimes you don't pay them any attention. You just turn the other way because you might just say something and you get yourself in trouble.
That is true. Yeah, and they don't want you to talk to them pickney. We know all of that. So as I'm talking to you here, next week, this program will be aired on Fit FM 96.7 in Jamaica. So they really are enjoying the interviews with the people that I've been interviewing here in the diaspora. So that's why I'm seeking everybody that I can find to share their story about life here in the United States. Because for many, it's not easy. But, you start small and you grow big, and that's exactly where you are today. Let's see if the next caller wants to greet you, and share a bit of conversation. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Lady D, and good afternoon, Sandra. How are you both?
We're well.
Good afternoon, dear.
Okay, Sandra, I just want to say you are awesome. You're amazing. You're a woman of integrity, a woman of morals. You're giving back to the community, and that's very rare. And I applaud you, and I congratulate you on your the award that you received. It's rightfully deserving to you. So continue to do what you're doing, because the Lord is blessing you. And when He blesses you, you can bless others. Okay?
Yes, that's so
so
true.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate those words.
You are quite welcome.
And who is calling? Who is calling?
This is Patricia. This is Patricia, one of Lady D's buddies. Yes.
Thank you,
and
Pat.
I visit your store very often, Sandra, buying my little puddings and bun and bread, stuff like that. So, and the food is scrumptious. Awesome.
Thank you so much.
All right.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Pat.
So continue to shine, okay?
Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. All right. Okay.
Thank you for
Bye-bye
calling,
now.
Pat. So, Sandra, people
You're
do
welcome.
love you here in Mount Vernon. Now, if I may ask you, you've been doing your restaurant for several years. Do you have anything else in the pipeline? What's in the future?
Well, honestly, I don't think of anything changing right now. I just want to run my store, run it to the best of my ability. That's basically it. I used to have 2 stores, so I scaled down to 1 now.
Mm-hmm. I remember when you started the other one,
Excuse me?
I remember when you started the other one.
Yes, so I scaled down to 1 now. So that's basically what I'm doing. Run the store to the best of my ability. Be nice to my customers as much as possible. Treat my workers very good. And before I go, I want to say thank you to my workers. Especially, I'm going to name out 2 workers that is extremely good.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Hardware, and the next one is Joy.
Oh.
Those 2 workers, I can close my eyes and don't have to worry when they are at work.
Oh, man.
And I really, really appreciate them,
Mm-hmm.
especially Hardware and Joy. The other workers, they are great, but I have to mention Hardware and Joy.
Well, Hardware and Joy, your boss thinks that you're great. So that's worthy of mention.
And before I go, I could not do this without my husband, Kenneth, and my 2 kids, Nico and Kirk.
Yes.
They are my everything when it comes to running the business. When I have a bad day, I could go home and lay it all on my kids. My 2 kids are my biggest cheerleaders, and I really appreciate them.
Nice. Yeah, that touched me so much. That's so good. You have an outlet, and it's your family, so that's good. That's good. So before we wrap up, I would like to thank you for joining me. But before we wrap up, I have a fun segment, and I have a listing of words here, and I would like 1-word answers from you. So I'll call a word and you give me 1-word answer, okay?
Okay.
So let's see. We have to pull out the dental hat now, Alrighty, let's go. First word, award.
Courageous.
Wonderful. Next word, business.
Boss.
Dint Hill.
Wonderful.
St. Catherine.
Fish. I was going to say something.
Yes. Next word, kindness.
Grateful.
Family.
Love.
Appreciation.
Generous.
Loyalty.
Mindful.
And finally, Sandra Peter Bryan.
Love him.
So, hey, Sandra Dintil would be proud right here now. Yes, man, you did it. And again, Sandra, congratulations. You have sponsored my show, been in my corner from we were over wherever. And I came over here and you still, and I just want to say thank you. And keep your store, packed full of love and your staff and everybody, because you're all doing a good job here in Mount Vernon, New York. Thank you again. Blessings to you.
Thank you so much for having me, and thanks to Street Type for the award. I really appreciate it, and thanks to my customers and my workers. I love you all.
Yes, I'm sure they love you too. Thanks, Sandra. All the best.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye. That's Sandra for you, I tell you. And so I'm winding down in a few minutes. Sandra just carries this very nice spirit about her. Very welcoming and kind and, thoughtful. Thanks to the callers who call in. I appreciate you. Five minutes to 7 o'clock. About 5 minutes to go. Before I end the show, the Monday Drive.
Of me, I'm giving you
I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in this afternoon for the Monday Drive, keeping you in the know in the city you walk, drive, and reside. Here on Inside the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. You're tuned into Linkage Radio 104.5, 101.7, CaribbeanVibesRadio.com, 5th FM 96.7 out of Duncan's in Trelawney. Your life, your music. I wonder where you're watching the show from. I'm always curious. Where are you? Who are you? Who am I seeing? What am I hearing? I just wonder. I just wonder these things at times. It makes me so curious. It's a minute and counting to the end of the show. Hi, I'm Lady D Denise Gomez, and I have exciting interview segments and features inside the zone. For recording artists, you can sing. Well, Inside the Zone, second Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. is for you. Writers, share your story, my man, in From the Author Zone on third Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. Male Zone has unbelievably juicy stories of love, heartbreak, and triumph. 7 p.m. has never been this good. On Mondays, it's news, talk, engaging features at 7 in the Monday Drive. And center stage as everyone talk. Email me inside the zone nyc@gmail.com or call me 914-304-2592.
Cool Runnings Restaurant, located at 802 Derrick Avenue, in association with the Cargill Community Project, presents our annual Spring Fish Fry on Saturday, May 20th, to be held at Cool Runnings Jerk Center, 1785 Merritt Avenue in the Bronx. Ticket donations $30. All proceeds will go to the Cargill Community Project. This event is from noon until 8 p.m. For tickets and more information, you can contact Cool Runnings Restaurant at 718-324-7484 or 347-961-6785. That's 347-961-6785. And remember, this is our year-to-year Cargill Community Project Spring Fish Fry. Make it a date, and you better not be late. See you there.
You're locked on to the number one radio station. Number one radio station.
Oh, they play the best music.
Number one. Best music.
New York, I introduce the best ice cream factory located in Mount Vernon. 408